In this episode, we are watching a video by Counterpoint where they are asking the question, did feminism kill chivalry? The men say yes, the women say no. You can imagine how this is gonna go.
Make sure you watch to the end so you can see the woman that we blame for this.
Yes, she alone is the person who killed chivalry for the entire Western world.
Oh, okay. Well, push play.
Golly, she is insufferable.
Feminism killed chivalry. We'll start by having everyone that agrees come up now.
I believe that it used to be the standard, and now, I mean, you can get on a dating app and women will be like, I don't need a man to do this, that. It's like, okay, then we'll stop doing it. You know, and it's like, I mean, I usually still am always conscious of what side of the road I'm walking on, or the sidewalk I'm walking on. I'm always opening doors. I pumped somebody's gas and they were like surprised that I got.
Yo, I was tripping, man. Last night, me and my wife, we went out to a concert and we was walking back to the car. I had her walking on the outside with the cars, bro. I was tripping. You know, they barely got any sidewalks out here in North Carolina anyway.
That is true.
So maybe I'm just rusty, but I was tripping, man. I had to catch myself. We was halfway to the car by the time I realized what happened. She didn't even say nothing. She just out there dangerous, flirting in the streets and stuff like that. I'm tripping.
Surprised that I got out and pumped their gas. It's like, well, I mean, she told me that she's letting me pump her gas. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right. To be a feminist, you don't need a man. It's like, okay, but you can want one. You can want one to do all that stuff for you. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean?
Like in 2 points, right? One is that we don't need you, and therefore, all right, why would we? An important thing to us was the fact that, you know, we thought you need us. If you don't need us, then screw it, right? That's one part, and then the other part is like, you feel like it's almost more of an intrusion now to do things like that because of that culture. Okay, and what about you guys?
I want to do those things, and you know, it's kind of just in my nature, but like I feel like the reaction from girls when you do that type of things is very skewed nowadays. Accidentally like, oh, you hold it open for me? Well, I can do it by myself. I don't need a man to open the door for me. And it's like, all right, fine. You know, I'm not going to do anything.
These dingoes didn't even say thank you no more. I'm sick of y'all.
Anything like that for women, and you know, if you want it that way, then you can have it. You can also ask me out. You can take me on the first date, you know, like it's like
you pay for the
they
bill
want to
first.
make themselves masculine and not act like we're not in some sort of balance between each other. Okay, women can go do whatever they want. They can have a million options, you know, be single forever and then never have a kid and be lonely. And it's like, you know, these norms that are uprooted from old times, you know, it's like, oh, there's a reason that they were there. And there needs to be that balance of the feminine, like nurturing and being like emotionally like available. And it's hard to do those things when women are trying to act like men. And you know, I don't want to do those things if they're trying to be a boss babe or something.
I agree.
Because you know I'm going to dominate the video, so I'm trying to give you a chance to get a word in.
There's nothing for me to really comment on. I don't disagree with what he's saying. Like, we all know that this is a thing. This is why we're having these conversations or these debates with men versus women, or the modern woman or feminists today, basically, versus men. I can't even say red pill, but just men in general. Like,
I don't think that the key to women being happy is having a husband and a family, unless that is the purpose for that specific woman. I do think that there are a lot of women where that is their purpose, but I do not think that is all. I can't even say most. I'm not sure. I don't know. There's no way to really suss that out. That has to do with why you're here on this earth, your talents and all of the things. I don't know. I do think that there's a biological marker where most women are going to desire it. Mm-hmm. At least children. Best environment for children is a nuclear family, so the man comes in. But I don't know that I can say that for most, definitely not all women, that is how they're going to be happy. I think that the pursuit of whatever their purpose is, which could be husband and children, mm-hmm. but which is that for a lot of women, maybe I would probably say most women, because of the perpetuation of our species requires it. Mm. So for most women, I think that is at least part of their purpose. I do believe that if they decide to go down that road, that should be their first concern. And then whatever exists outside of that should then be their second concern. But I don't believe that is their only concern. in any of those situations. So I just wanted to make that specific point.
I will say this real quick. I pause now when I hear whether or not that is a woman's purpose, like to be married, to have kids and everything like that. And the reason why I pause is because if you go back to Genesis in the very beginning, during creation, God said everything was good that he created. He made the moon, the stars, separated the waters from the waters. He made the vegetarian, the animals, all these different things. And after everything he did, he said it was good. When he made Adam, and Adam, had the job of naming all the animals and doing this, that, and the third or whatever, he basically said it is not good for man to be alone. So he made him a helpmeet. He made a woman for Adam. So I'm just like, okay, well, if the purpose in which he made woman was to be a helpmeet, I don't know, and I could be totally wrong, but this is why I pause on this now. I feel like you said biologically most women, probably all women. That's the purpose in which we were made. But on the flip side, I do think, because I know you said on another video or in several videos, you said like, because of how men are good with being alone. Not really, because God himself said that it wasn't good for you to be alone. And that's why he gave you the woman.
My specific quote was, men are better with being alone than women are. And I believe that to be true. Men are not as emotionally attached.
Okay, they might.
So they're not going to feel it like women are going to feel it.
Yeah, and that's true.
But that was it.
Yeah, but it's still not good. It's not good either way.
So I'll put it to you like this. The comment was that this is what will make women happy to be in this situation. And we definitely see that ain't what makes them happy.
Wait, what? Say it again?
This is what will make women happier. And I say the only thing that will truly make somebody happy or content is really content. If y'all looking to be happy, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Life is going to teach you otherwise. That ain't how it works. You're never in a perpetual state of happiness. You can be content where your life is of such that you have all of what you need and some of your wants, that you just be like, I have a good life. And that gives you a certain feeling. But all of those things are temporary. Like, we're talking about a lot of emotional things. You know what I'm saying? Even contentment is a feeling that follows logic, but it's still a feeling. Happy is a feeling that is based on your immediate circumstance. So I think that when you're talking about even what women are meant to do, I think purpose is number one. I think for many women, their purpose is to have a family and to have a husband. And I think that should be their priority for the sake of the children and for the sake of her family. Men's responsibility and priority is also their family, but their roles look different. It's the same thing. Once you cross that line, your priority is your family, but you have different ways of fulfilling your responsibility. Because a lot of women are unhappy or discontent in their marriages because they're out of purpose. And I think that there may be some aspect that is beyond just taking care of my husband, taking care of my kids. I think there may be something else that you need to do in your community. For some women, it is a business. You know, maybe it's providing housing, which would mean you're in real estate. It could be many different things. Maybe, you know, you want all of the women to feel like their best selves. So you want to do hair and you want to do a salon, and that's a business. When you're talking about purpose, it's multifaceted. I just think that family is only one part of it, and it doesn't necessarily meet out to everybody. If that were the case, it would always be a 50-50 split of men and women in society. Women always outnumber men. So it's not for every woman statistically based on the numbers either.
I agree. Chivalry used to be the standard. I do my best to practice chivalry as much as possible. It's been definitely diluted.
What about feminism caused that? All of the things you just said.
I will say, like, the three waves of feminism people talk about, like, if we were talking about the old waves of feminism, I would identify as a feminist. But this third wave of feminism was really what, like, kind of destroyed everything. I was saying to him, like, I feel like before this third wave of feminism really hit, like, we would still see dads in the homes. It's like, now mind you, nothing's wrong with, you know, a single mom. I believe, you know, women can do that on their own. Yeah, but I believe this, like, new wave for...
I wanted to play more, but oh my gosh. Okay, first wave of feminism, they wanted equal rights, right to vote, things of that nature. Not the worst. I don't like the fact that they wanted the right to vote without the responsibility that came with it. Now that I understand that, I didn't know that at first. You have to sign up for the draft in order to be able to vote as a man. Even before that, men generally didn't have the right to vote unless they were a property owner, which was a minority in America. So most men, for the majority of American history, did not have the right to vote. That's like it's not even the last 100 years at this point. The whole thing about like voting and stuff like that, people just did not think, like, oh, men didn't have the right to vote throughout most of history too, especially if you were not a white man, a white wealthy man specifically. So that's one thing. That was the first wave. Second wave is when they started to bring in other things and it became a little bit more, we don't need to have kids, we don't need to do this, we don't need to do that. So I understand. So I don't know that I would necessarily agree with all of the things the second wave. What happens is just like what happens here. You have other people with other ideologies who attach themselves to another movement that already has some pull. So that was sort of what happened. But the thing is, women took a lot of these other ideologies in with feminism, and it became a part of it. Like sexual freedom became a thing, and being able to sleep around, and then, you know, there was the birth control pill was made, and all of these other, like, oh gosh, I'm trying not to make a super long video, but I have so much stuff that I could show my wife right now. Oh God, it's so many videos on those topics that I've come across that we have not been able to get to react to. And even if I put them in here with you guys, it would just make this video super long. Oh, but yes, there is a lot of stuff that came in the later waves of feminism that completely changed what it was.
Wave, for some reason, has pushed men out of the home because, like, it's this, I don't need a man type mentality. And it's like, you don't. Like, if you find a good man that'll stay in the home, your life will be 1,000 times better. Masculine, like, you could find a masculine woman too. Like, it doesn't have to be a man, but like that energy does balance out. And I feel like this third wave has really, I don't know, just kind of pushed men out of the equation. And
He just lost me there. I'm sorry. Like, you can't say masculine and then turn around and say, oh, well, you can find a masculine woman. No.
Oh, I looked up something for another video that'll come in handy right now. Hold on. Pause. Wait a minute. It's probably right here. Masculinity, qualities or attributes regarded as a characteristic of men or boys. It's strength and toughness, independence and self-reliance, leadership and dominance, competitiveness and aggression, emotional stoicism, providing and protecting, rationality and logic.
Yes, you can display masculine traits, but at the end of the day, masculine traits are something that's found in men or boys. So unless you're a guy, you're pretending to be something that you're not. And long term, how is that going to help you in your household? Because he was basically saying, oh, it'll be 1,000 times better if you have a man, but then he turned around and said, or if you have a masculine woman in the home. Like, so you don't have the real thing. You have a knockoff. Why would you go for the knockoff? It's not going to give you the same quality. It's not going to give you all of the attributes and the things that you get from the original. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have the watered down version of what it's trying to emulate. Why would you do that? And then he made a comment earlier, I was just gonna let it ride, but he made a comment before that when he said, you know, single parent home or single mother home, you know, she can
do it on her own.
She could do it on her own, that's fine and everything. It's like, yes, she can, but is it better? Statistically, we know that it's not better. So it's just like, why?
You even put that out there.
Yeah.
Speaking to your point, it's difficult for any woman to replace a man.
Right.
Why? We're not the same. I know that there's a lot of people trying to change it or whatever the case may be. But the reality is right now in this current time, we are not the same. Period.
Point blank, period.
Whether it's because of their brains are developed a certain way because those are societal expectations, or because we have a biological predisposition to certain things that's built into us because I'm a man and because you're a woman, regardless of what side you land on. Because I found out that there is a lot of contention in the scientific community about that. It really doesn't matter. The reality is when you walk outside, this is how men act, this is how women act, this is what's natural to men, and this is what's natural to women.
Right.
That's what you're dealing with in reality. And because of that, women cannot replace men because it will never be authentic.
Right.
Just to feed into her point. I just want to put that out there so that
just like men can never be women. I don't care how much you try. I don't care how much surgery you have. I don't care how many hormone replacement pills you get. You can never be the opposite of what you were born. Period.
based on biology or religion, it follows.
the equation in that regard.
Yeah, like they're trying to be men.
Yeah.
You know, we have roles, and it's like nature. That's how we're wired. I mean, I know so many, like I'm 30 now, I know so many women like my age that never got married. They're like, they don't have kids. They're ultra feminist, now they're lonely. They're some sort of mom, you know, they're cat mom, plant mom, you know, they're gonna be a mom. They wanna be a mom, kind of like men. We wanna do things, we wanna build and conquer, and like women, they nurture and grow and you know, like we have our compliments with each other.
1 out of every 4 men has been red-pilled.
Each other, and that's why we need each other. And like the new way feminism is like, you don't need a man.
Okay, well, I think now that's a really great time to bring in everyone who disagreed with the statement. Come on up now. So, a lot of things said over here. Who was sitting back there, like, ready to get up here and wanted to say something? Here we are.
Something I think that you all had mentioned was like, women don't want this anymore, or they think it's weird, or they shy away from it. I don't think that's true. I like that. I would welcome it, but I don't need that. And I think that's something where a lot of guys are mistaken, because they want to do those kinds of things, pump my gas, hold the door open for me because they think I need it, or I can't do it myself, or that I would appreciate that.
I wouldn't say we believe we need that.
Yeah, that's a tough.
Sorry, I just had a. I don't think we believe you need it, per se.
We do it more out of love and our appreciation for you. Like, we do things to show our love.
Sure, but then don't sweep in acting like you're my hero for doing that. You know, like, at least in my experience, I've had that. And again, like, I will admit, I like being a passenger princess. I like when a guy drives me around, you know, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's something that I don't need. I welcome it, sure. I like it, but it's not something I'm expecting. It's not something that I'm needing.
Well, I can see with you, what you're saying is like, you actually don't have a problem with chivalry or like guys wanting to do things. It's more of like the, hey, I just did that for you, and expecting like to be appreciated for something that they want. It's like if you give somebody a gift, they say it's not really genuine if you like wanted something out of giving them something, right?
Yeah, I think it just depends on the context, on the scenario, how well you know the person.
So is that what it is? What he just said?
What?
That the only reason why a man is showing them some type of consideration or courtesy or being chivalrous is because they're looking to get something from them. Is that what it is?
Yep. I believe that that's what feminists believe. Yes. They believe a false narrative about why men do the things that they do, because they've had experiences with some men. They believe that every man who opens the door wants something from you. I've opened the door for women or a group of women and let them walk in the door with my wife walking right next to me.
That's just weird though, because I'm listening to her talk and I'm just like,
this
it doesn't make sense.
This is how these type of feminists think. They're not all the same, but
fair.
Because I mean, everyone's going to be different. Everyone's going to approach things differently. For me, I really only like it if like I'm into somebody, right? Because then if guys, and this is so bad of me to say, but then if the guy expects something of me in return, then I'm more inclined to give that. And does that make sense? More receptive to it when it's a guy I know, guy I'm hanging out with, guy maybe I'm interested in dating. I think a lot of the older generation is like kind of really guilty of like saying like, oh, you're a woman, you can't open this door, let me run ahead in front of you and open it for you. And I think that's where the line gets blurred a little bit, because I know you are trying to be kind, but it's also coming across that you think I'm weak and you think I can't do that myself. And it is a difference in generation, sure, but...
Well, I think that's maybe just like how you're...
That's just stupid.
That's dumb.
I'm sorry.
Men think you have the ability to open doors and pump gas. Yep, we think y'all can open doors. We don't think that you're invalids.
Goodness. Like,
you can open doors. You
Seriously?
can. Now, yes, women were regarded. Women were regarded as the weaker sex, and still are, because they are. But you're not babies. Like we're talking about strength on a certain level where men excel past women. You can open doors, you can turn on a stove, you can turn switches, you can flip switches, you can walk, you can turn a steering wheel. Do all women have the tensile strength to be able to change their own tire? No. Part of the reason the whole tire change thing, now that was always a big thing. I could change my own tire. Most women were not strong enough because the nuts would be turned with so much torque. It is the same thing when opening a jar of jelly. This happens in our house. She'd be like, why you got this thing so doggone tight? I can't even open it. We don't do it on purpose, I swear. Because sometimes it'd be so tight. I'm like, bro, I can't open it. I close it and I can't open it back. When it gets to that level, yes, but the jar of jelly doesn't have to be that tight. If you're a woman and you live by yourself, you can have it to the tightness that you can open. I don't have to open it for you. It only becomes an issue when a man comes in there and he starts tightening everything way too tight.
The mindset is just like, it's crazy to me. Like, wow. Okay.
Like how you perceive yourself. Because, I mean, I don't know anybody who just like, oh, this woman can't open a door, so I'm going to open the door for him. Like, that seems ludicrous. That maybe seems something more like maybe your own personal experience. How you're viewing it is more like of a victim. Like, oh, okay, he's doing this. Oh, he must want something from me. Oh, he's just trying to be super masculine. And then you find a negative, and then that's your reality. You know, like a lot of times guys just, hey, we just want to be good guys sometimes, you know, like whatever example, but I think it's really...
I just want to be a kind human being.
You saw her response to that? He was like, I just want to be a good guy sometimes. And she's like, no, I know that's not it. Yeah.
Trauma.
Sometimes it's just that's what it is. If I'm in a good mood, I like for other people around me to be in good moods too. And one of the way that I do it when I'm around women, if I'm out and about, I'll open the door. Auntie, wife, daughter, random stranger. I hold doors open for guys. Not for a long time. They grown. I'll pass them the door at least, right? I want to have those good vibes out. One thing she's probably experiencing, if she's from an urban area, they just tend to be a lot more rude in urban areas because there's a melting pot of social norms. So what a lot of people default to because they don't know each other is being rude in more urban areas. I've experienced it. I've seen it as we've moved from a more urbanized area to a more country area. Not a huge difference. We're not rural and we weren't in New York City before. But there is a difference in how rude people are. And even when we go from here to like Charlotte, there is a little bit of a difference in how people interact with each other because they don't know each other. There's so many cultures interacting that there's more of a distance. But when you go to more well-to-do neighborhoods where they're doing better financially, they also tend to be nicer. Even if it's fake nice, they tend to be nicer. Man, I don't want to go too much further because the video is already a certain length, but this is even what I wanted to react to.
What did you want to react to?
I wanted to react to It's Toxic Masculinity Real. That's why I looked that stuff up.
Oh.
But we're looking at Feminism Killed Chivalry, and I don't know why I did that. I'm mad about that, though.
I think it's really how you perceive it. And, guys aren't trying to show off and, oh, you can't take your jacket off for you. You know, it's like stuff like that. It's not
because that's
reality.
No, go ahead. Because that's what being a woman is like. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah, go ahead, explain.
Can you imagine if every time you went to the gas station and you saw a guy and you were walking in at the same time, you're like, oh my God, I really don't want to talk to anybody right now. I don't want to be perceived. I don't want to be seen. And this guy's going to open the door for me to be chivalrous. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
I open the door for everybody.
That's fine. I really don't care. Like, you opening the door for me, for one, is never going to get sucked. I'm not going to be surprised or like overwhelmed by joy because you're opening the door for me or because you're pumping my gas. Like, and there was a comment made specifically that women are so hyper independent that they don't need a man and it makes you not want to do it. Why don't you challenge yourself and learn how to be chivalrous in a different way? Like, oh my God, I'm exhausted. I just woke up early. I went to work. I had to feed my cat because I am a cat mom. I had to go to the grocery store.
Yup. You definitely got the best outlook on life that's going to bring you joy, satisfaction. And I totally don't understand why you would look at somebody being nice to you as negative. It's you.
It's you.
I'm saying that a lot in videos. It's you. This time it's not a people thing. It's specifically you in the video. Put a screenshot right here. Bam. It's you. And it says Feminism Killed Chivalry right there in the corner. I want the whole thing in the screenshot. It's you. Your life is you. He said, I just want to be a nice guy. And then she goes off, I really don't care. And then you're a jerk, ma'am. The reason your life experience is the way that it is because you're a jerk. Now, maybe you're a jerk because somebody did something to you that made you look at every man this way. Fair enough. But now you're in a cycle where your actions and your personality is informing your life to continually having you in cycles where you're around jerks and you're in these moments because you are the jerk that is feeding your reality. You are now the jerk because even when somebody's nice, you think they're being a jerk, but it's only because you're a jerk.
Attract what you put out.
Okay, she just proved our point. So we can actually stop the video. It is beautiful. Yes, feminism, her. Actually, she was the first person. Her, by herself. She's the one who killed chivalry by herself, even though she wasn't even born when all of this crap started. Because the universe knew you were coming, it decided to kill chivalry because there's going to be a woman like this who's going to go and show everybody why chivalry don't exist. Stop asking me why I don't open the door for you. I'm gonna just show you a screenshot of this chick on my phone.
Like, who's that? I don't understand.
But like, she killed chivalry. She killed chivalry 30 years ago, even though she's probably only 27. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for this video, guys. Comment your thoughts down below and let us know, what do you think? All right. And if you made it this far, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Go ahead and turn on your post notifications and give us a thumbs up, okay? It helps with the algorithm. It tells YouTube that you appreciate what we're putting down.
What we're putting down.
Hey, everybody. Down in the description, there are 2 links.
One is to a GoFundMe, and the other one is to a video that explains what the GoFundMe is for. Long story short, we have a medical situation with our daughter that we have to pay for everything out of pocket, and we could really use you guys' help. If you have the time, we'd love for you to go check it out. If you have the money, the funds, we'd love for you guys to help. If not, maybe you could send a link to somebody else who can help. We thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Press the off button.